Well, this whole year has been weird because not only have the offenses as a whole in the NFL has been like down this year, but even the Kansas City Chiefs offense has been like just average at best, bro, when it comes to how they play. Because this year, bro, their offense has been really disappointing. Now, mind you, like the whole like Kansas City offense standard, bro, has been like they've been like at least a top 5 offenses in the league, bro, something like that, or one of the highest score offenses in the league. But this year, bro, like they took a major step back for their own standards of how the offense has been. But honestly, they improved a lot more though on the defensive side too, because I remember like back then they were one of the worst defensive teams in the league. But to make this video at least worthwhile of watching, bro, like what I'm gonna do is instead of just complaining about what's going on this year and how they've been playing this year, I'm gonna give you a synopsis of like what happened back then 5 years ago to where they are now, because the weird like 180 turnaround of how this Kansas City team has been for the past few years has been like one of the weirder ones I've seen in a very long time. Now, obviously, no team is gonna be the same as it was 5 years ago because it's the NFL and that's ridiculous to think like that. But even then, it's gonna show you like some of the little signs that like we even knew that it was gonna come to fruition coming this year.
I told you and everyone else a month ago
He's
that
his home
Patrick
before he even played a game.
Patrick Mahomes is off to a Jordan-esque start. And you tried to change it. Oh, you're saying he's Michael Jordan? No, I never said he was Michael Jordan. I never said he was the GOAT. I said his career is off to a similar start to Michael Jordan's.
Now, that clip was from the year after Pat Mahomes had his first full year as the starter, because Pat Mahomes in 2018, bro, like he had over 5,000 yards and 50 passing CDs, and he was just the most unstoppable man, bro. Like the only thing that could stop him that year was his defense, as everybody knows the old D4 offsides thing. To which that actually cost them a Super Bowl appearance, and they probably would have won the whole thing, bro, went for that. But the next year, though, in 2019, bro, like, dude looked even more unstoppable, as, like, dude was just, like, balling out until, you know, missed 3 games because of a knee injury, but, like, that obviously, like, looked like a different Mahomes that year. And he was just, like, carving the defenses left and right. Now, obviously, like, most of the success that came from Pat Mahomes, especially from the last 5 years, and even those 2 years, bro, came from Tyreek Hill, because Tyreek Hill, he was slowly becoming a better route runner, also becoming like one of the best wide receivers to like ever played this game, because dude was just like became a better route runner, and how fast he was, bro. Like he was becoming damn near unstoppable to like cover, bro. Like you had to have 2 people covering him, or else he was gonna burn you for a touchdown. And then for Tyreek Hill's size, like he's actually underrated when it comes to contested catches, because like I've seen him make contested catches those years too, and he was just like damn near unstoppable to actually get when he was having to run, bro. Then, of course, when you mention Tyreek Hill, you also got to mention Travis Kelce, too, because Travis Kelce, for those past few years, bro, he basically became one of the best tight ends of all time, for that matter, because dude was also balling out himself, and he was clearly, like, clearing everybody when it comes to tight end production. And then we all remember that whole Houston Texans game where, like, they actually came back from 24-zip lead to having the lead and actually blowing out the Houston Texans. And then also, you know, the whole Titans game, too, where you had that legendary run for a touchdown, where they actually made the Super Bowl for the first time in like 50 years. To which the Kansas City Chiefs became the first team ever to actually come back from double-digit deficits from every playoff game and win the Super Bowl that same year, because they were going on scoring barrages where like whenever Pat Mahomes get hot, bro, the whole team gets hot, like there was no stopping them from them actually cooling down, because that's how explosive the offense was those past 2 years. And we all thought like Pat Mahomes was the young GOAT in the NFL, but with great power comes great responsibility, because as we see the next few years, bro, after that Super Bowl win, we're actually gonna see like how like this team that turned out to be, especially how they became this whole year.
Patrick, I said it after the previous loss to the Eagles when everyone was blaming the receivers for the drops. I said, listen, the idea behind the Chiefs doesn't work if Mahomes' margin for error is almost gone. He has to be great. And he made a mistake on the Sky Moore play.
But it's not just the drops.
Nobody seems
it
to
is
get
the
it
lack. They don't get open. Like Andy Reid has to scheme them open. They don't really have a guy that can beat somebody by himself. And then there's a lack of chemistry between Mahomes and the receivers at this late date in Week 13.
Now, obviously, after that season, they made the Super Bowl and lost, but also just made the AFC Championship game the year after. But it came at a heavy price, because they ended up losing Tyreek Hill at the end of that season. because Tyreek Hill wanted a contract extension with more guaranteed money, but the Chiefs didn't want to give him that, so they ended up trading to the Miami Dolphins for like a big, heavy price. The Miami Dolphins traded Tyreek Hill for 5 draft picks and also gave him the money that he wanted. Plus, it's no income taxes in Florida, so that was actually a good steal for Tyreek Hill too. And this is working great for Tyreek Hill as he proved to be one of the best wide receivers of all time the way he put up his stats like that. This trade helped improve the Kansas City defense to a whole different level as Steve Spagnuolo, to which, fun fact, he was the DC for the Giants, to which made sure that Tom Brady didn't have that perfect season in 2007. But in 2023 though, man, like they've been like a top 3 defense for the whole year. It's really showing as, you know, they have like a whole bunch of players, especially corners that they have drafted for multiple rounds from this trade. Of course, L'Jarius Sneed is one of the better like blitzing corners in the league and one of the best better corners in the league too. But the one I want to talk about is this dude named Trent McDuffie though, man. Trent McDuffie has been like a really great player for them for the whole year. He's showing why he's about to be one of the better corners in the league too. This defense is going to be really good for the next 3 to 5 years because, man, like Trent McDuffie's been so great for them, bro. And now a lot of people talk about L'Jarius Sneed for real because L'Jarius Sneed, bro, he just moves around a lot for him. He be on the slot, play the outside. He's actually one of the better corner blitzers in the league too, bro. And he's one of the better tacklers too in the league. So give credit to L'Jarius Sneed because that dude's really underrated. And plus, Trent McDuffie, bro, like dude's gonna be like top 10 corner conversation, bro. I already said that, but that's how much I actually truly believe in him. But then I can't also talk about the defense improvements if I can't talk about Nick Bolton, bro. Nick Bolton also has been like really great for him too, as you know he's been like Court came in as one of the better run defenders as a rookie, but like dude came in even better in pass coverage, and he's been amazing for him. And honestly, he's gonna be in the Pro Bowl and All-Pro conversation in the next few years too. Now, with this Chiefs defense being ranked in the top 5 in defense for the whole 2023 season, bro, one would think that like the offense actually like be good for them to actually like, you know, put up more than 20 points for them, just to blow out teams and stuff like that, like they did last year for the most part. But honestly, bro, like the defense has really been carrying the offense for the whole year. For the Kansas City Chiefs standards, bro, like the offense has been really disappointing this year. And really, like, especially after Thanksgiving, bro, like this offense is basically what it is, bro. As you can see from this graph right here, bro, like they've scored at least 28 points per game for the last few years. And then, of course, in 2023, they're down to their lowest since the Pat Mahomes era, which is 22 points per game. They tied for 11th, bro. They're out the top 10 in scoring offense. The big part of it has to do with the wide receiver play. As you know, bro, like the wide receiver play this year has been not good for the Kansas City Chiefs because they have been like just a whole bunch of like mental errors that they're having for the Kansas City Chiefs wide receivers, where like they just been like not as good as they usually would be. Because whether it's MVS like not catching the game-winning touchdown for him against the Eagles, or Kadarius Toney having like 2 blunders and a lot of drops, like, or even Justin Watson being your best like deep downfield receiver, bro. Like this team, the group of wide receivers has not been that good. I mean, to give some credit to the offense, you know, Isaiah Pacheco coming along like really well for him, bro. Like he's been one of the more underrated running backs in the league. He's been really good for him, especially being a 7th round pick. And then like the best wide receiver from this whole team is basically Rashee Rice, who's a rookie this year, because like he's been like probably the most consistent one this year. It's just the fact that like they have not used him for what to like give him to his full potential for him. I get that he's a rookie, but like there's no reason for him to be held back like this, which leads my next big problem with the offense, and that's the offense coordinator Matt Nagy. If you don't know who Matt Nagy is, he used to be the Chicago Bears head coach back in 2018, and like he got fired obviously, but he was part of the Andy Reid system though. He became the OC after Eric Bieniemy had left and became the OC for the Washington Commanders, and like the difference between him and Matt Nagy has been night and day for him. Now I know the Kansas City Chiefs had Juju Smith-Schuster at that wide receiver 1 last year, but like still like they have basically the same like group of wide receivers they had last year. And Eric Bieniemy was OC of last year's team, and Pat Mahomes won MVP and won the Super Bowl. So why in the world like Matt Nagy looking like this for this offense is beyond me, bro. Because Matt Nagy's offense has been like a lot more predictable, bro. Like they don't really go down the field of that for real, because they've been more like breaking the whole intermediate and short area field, to which that's fine, but like they got throwing a lot more like deep shots for him. And let Rashee Rice run more deep down the field type of routes too, because like there's no reason why Rashee Rice should be running like short routes for most of the game. Now I do get the fact that like, you know, like this play calls is gonna be somewhat limited because these wide receivers can't get themselves open like that. You can't scheme people open all the time, but like still, fact that like you're not like helped them out even more though, it's like the indictment like how you doing the OC job, bro. And that goes for Andy Reid too, since he's the head coach, and a lot of people like assume that he actually called the plays for him. So, which they actually use that against Airbnb for some reason. But yeah, with this offense though, man, like I honestly think that like they might not win the Super Bowl this year. But that's all I gotta say about this though, man. And hopefully you have a good day, and hopefully y'all enjoyed the video, bro.